or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Sorry it's been a little while since I last updated you guys on anything. I've been really busy with my day job, as well as just working on things around the house and getting ready for school to start this August. But I have been to the fair, and because I entered a few things in the fair, so I have a video on that coming soon. Once I get my items back from the fair, I'll kind of finish off that video so I can kind of like share what projects I did, how they placed, and what patterns I used for each of those. While I was walking around the fair with my family, we were talking about how certain things placed, and we noticed that there was a lot of color work in the fair this year, and I was thinking like, oh well, I'm branching out into colorwork, and the one piece of colorwork knitting that I submitted actually did pretty well comparatively to the rest of the items that I submitted that were all like single color. So while I was talking about that, I was sharing what other colorwork projects I wanted to do with my brother, and he suggested I do one with Fireweed. Because it's for those of you that don't know, I'll like insert a picture here somehow. Fireweed is a type of wildflower, I believe, that is native to the entire like Pacific Northwest, but particularly Alaska. And it's called fireweed because it grows after like in places that were affected by wildfires. So it's kind of like a sorry, your house burned down, but here's pretty flowers. Nature's way of being like, whoops. And kind of like nature's way of healing. And while I was looking for that, I could not find a single chart on Fireweed. I eventually found one on Chartminder. And so what I did is I actually adjusted it a little bit so it looks like this. It was for a set of mittens. I will put the original creator of this chart's name like up here, or editing me will. And I just kind of adjusted it a little bit. I changed some of the colors, and I adjusted the colors where I am adding kind of like they had more green on there, which I felt was kind of, and I adjusted like some of the flowers I added. This was the only chart I could find with fireweed on it in general, and trying to make my own chart was pretty daunting. I've only done like 2 colorwork projects successfully, so I didn't think I was quite ready to do a whole chart custom by myself. So I'm really thankful that I was able to find this chart on Chartminder. And so what I'm going to do now is the maple leaf hat that I made, that I had entered in the fair. I believe it's by Squirrel Stitch Knits. I'll link their pattern in the description below, and I'll correct myself if I got that wrong. They have a maple leaf hat pattern, and I really like the way that hat is made, and it's already like, it's kind of more like a hat recipe than a specific pattern. So I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to, in place of the maple leaf chart, I'm going to use this fireweed chart just to kind of see how it goes. I'm using all red heart yarns for the most part. It's just acrylic yarn that I had in my stash, and depending on how this goes, I might see about maybe putting it in like maybe a sweater finding a sweater pattern that would be good in it, and kind of going from there, but we will see. So yeah, let's get on with starting the hat. So I just wanted to kind of show the progress that I'm making so far. So far I am on row 8 of my chart here. and you can kind of see it starting to come together. Pretty excited about that. I've just started this row. Here, let me see if I can bring it closer. You can kind of see it's looking pretty good. I mean, there's a few mistakes, but this is just a test run on a hat. And then I wanted to show you guys my floats. I'm catching floats between every 2 to 4 stitches. I think that's a pretty good number. It's pretty easy right now with just the 2 colors. We'll see how it goes when I get up to the 3 with the pink and the gray as well. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how I was doing so far. It's coming together slowly but surely. My favorite part of color work is seeing it come together. So this is after row 16. We finally started adding the pink. Again, here are my floats. Trying to catch them as often as I can with the pink because there's very little. So this is after row 16. I've started adding the pink, as you can see. Started catching my pink floats as well. Yeah. Okay, so I'm to a point where I need to kind of consider adjusting my chart. So my hat needs to be about 7 inches long according to the pattern, and right now I'm sitting with my color work at about 5 inches. So what I'm going to do is, this is about halfway through the actual color work chart, so it's like down here at row I just did this one, row 28. And so what I'm going to do is, because fireweed grows in different lengths and whatnot, so it's kind of easy to just kind of adjust the chart to where I'm kind of skipping over from row 28 to all the way up to about row 37 in the chart, and then doing like the top of my fireweed. And I think it'll work out because, like I said, fireweed often grows at different heights, so with the way that this is coming together, my camera will focus, I think it'll work just great to have those last 2 buds and then the end of the stem, and then I can start my crown decreases for the hat. But we'll see. So far it's looking pretty good. I mean, my tension is kind of off given the fact that, like, I'm still learning how to do color work, and this is 4 different colors, so it's kind of a lot compared to what I am used to. But yeah, it's coming together pretty nicely, and I think this will make a pretty warm hat. I'm pretty excited. Before this video, I think I posted or I will be posting a video going over my judges' comments and whatnot for the state fair. But I will definitely be remaking this hat maybe, or just entering this specific hat. I'd like to make it in nicer fiber. Right now I'm making it in acrylic just out of my stash, just to kind of proof of concept, right? But I think maybe if I made it in like a nicer fiber, it would be better, I guess. It would do better at the fair. I kind of noticed that a lot of my comments on my yarn choices were kind of off because I was using artificial fibers like polyester and acrylics, but I'm not entirely sure if that was just that particular judge or if, you know, that was necessarily like just the way they felt about my projects, which is fine. It's very subjective. I find it very difficult to be like, ooh, I got a blue ribbon, this is great, just because of how subjective judging things like fiber art is, because it is art, and art is always subjective. I will think that my hats are amazing, and other people will think they're kind of okay, or they're not even good at all, which is totally fine because it's art, and art is meant to be interpreted the way we want. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this hat goes. Um, my little brother who gave me the inspiration is also like kind of cheering me on through this, and my mom is so excited to see how this goes. Um, as well. So I've been updating her with like little pictures every now and again. So I'm really excited. I think maybe once I block it, I'll be able to get the stitches a little bit more even and the color work will be able to like peer out a little bit better, but we'll see. Alright guys, so I've steam blocked it. It did work out to where I made it a tad bit long. So it's definitely more of a slouchy beanie, which I think is okay. I kind of like the way it's slouching. I love the way the motif actually turned out. And you can really see it. It really pops. I was a little worried about this gray not popping so much, but I think it does a really decent job. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm definitely gonna have to maybe add this motif to a sweater or something, so I can really get that full beauty of it. But I'm really glad to see that it worked out. So that was my Fireweed hat. I'm so happy to take you guys on this journey with me throughout the making of this hat. It was really quick. It only took me a few days to do, and I genuinely love it. I know I look goofy with it because it's definitely a slouchy hat, even though it's not quite designed for that, but I love it so much. I'm so excited to wear it this winter. It may be August right now, but the fireweed is starting to gray out, which means winter is coming, and this hat will definitely keep me warm. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you've made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe.